Right. All
So
right. Did you do your homework here? You've got a question ready to
I do
go?
have a question. I do have a question. Question came from Frequent Miler Insiders earlier this week. So Dan and Frequent Miler Insiders said, I recently went under 524 for Chase. So he's under 524. I was thinking of getting a Chase Sapphire Preferred until the United Quest came along. I know
Yeah.
flexible points are more valuable rather, but if I had to transfer Ultimate Rewards points to United, I might as well get the United Quest. My home airport is a United hub, and we do fly United often. I collect United miles mainly for business class to Europe or Asia or Australia. I know United isn't the cheapest for this purpose, but relatively speaking, I find it the easiest to find award space with decent flights with regard to time and stops with United. Any suggestions or thoughts on which card would be better? So we've talked a little bit about the Quest card. We've obviously talked about the increased Sapphire Preferred. What do you think in Dan's case?
Wow. That's pretty tough because, in general, I would say definitely go for, if you just look at the sign up bonuses, the Sapphire Preferred 80K, the Quest 100K, I would always go with um, Ultimate Rewards points. I'd say even though you're getting more United points than Ultimate Rewards points with the Quest card, that I would still say, for most people, go with the Sapphire Preferred and get Ultimate Rewards points because it's just so much more flexible. But here's a case where it's somebody who's clearly likes United. They already have an opinion about, how they like to book awards, and they're comfortable with that. Um, it sounds to me like someone that might actually that getting good value from the Quest card is sort of a no-brainer, whereas that might not be as clear with the Sapphire Preferred. So, um, so with that limited knowledge, I'd say, yeah, maybe the Quest card is the right one for you.
Huh. I thought it was an interesting question because it's not an easy answer. So, I looked at it and they said, well, when he got to the sentence where he said, I know that flexible points are more valuable, I was like, yeah, full stop. They're more valuable. Go for
Right.
the Sapphire Preferred is what I thought in my head when I read that.
Right.
But then
Right.
I said to myself, well, if you're going to transfer to United anyway, and it kind of sounds like Dan is, then yeah, I guess you're right. Get 100,000 United miles instead. The
Not
value in
only
the
that,
ultimate.
because he's going to get those rebates, right?
Sure.
Two,
Yeah,
two 5,000 mile rebates, I think it is each year
it
from.
is. But what I have since learned is I think that it's two after your first anniversary. So I don't think you actually get those in year
Oh,
one. I think you got to hold
okay.
the card and get them in year
All
two.
right. But
And then
still,
each
if
year
if he's
thereafter.
really into United, he's probably going to keep the card. It's probably worth
Right.
it.
Right. So he'll get those rebates every year. That only increases the value of the card. So probably if and I like how you said this. He clearly already has an opinion about how he likes to book awards. He likes to book them through United. So then that makes more sense. When I looked at his question, my first reaction and what I said in response to it in Frequent Miler Insiders was, all right, if your stated purpose here is to get business class flights to Europe or Asia or Australia, then you don't want either card. What you want is a membership
Right.
rewards card because you want
Yeah.
to redeem with ANA. ANA's got by far the best prices for Star Alliance to Europe, to Asia, and to Australia. They'll charge you round trip what United will charge you one way to either Europe or Asia, and not exaggerating or anything. That's exactly what it will be, round trip business class for what United charges one way.
It's
So
incredible.
yeah,
Yeah.
so if that's what you want to do, for scrap this whole Quest and Sapphire Preferred plan and learn about ANA and using ANA. And so that was what I said. And I said, but if you are going to transfer to United anyway, then yes, get the Quest card, I think, because why wouldn't you get the more miles in that case? I just think it's worth learning about some of these other programs. And in response to that, he came up with a good question saying that he thought these transfer partners, he said that he has a hard time finding availability through ANA. He said, the availability is really difficult. It almost seems
Hmm.
like these various transfer partners' interest in them is just purely academic. And I looked at it and I was like, ANA has access to the same space United does. The only space
Right.
that you can't book with ANA that you can book with United is the United non-saver awards. So if you want to fly on United at non-saver levels. You're not going to be able to book that with ANA, but all the partners that you can book with United and any United flight with saver space, you could book with ANA. Now, I don't know, maybe he doesn't know you got to book round trip, or maybe he's just not familiar with the ANA tool. It does seem like it was built in 1986, so it is not the most user-friendly, and United is super easy. You don't even have to log in to search or anything. So I can certainly see how United might be a little bit easier to use, the website, united.com. But
no doubt. And in fact, most of us start with United's website, even if we plan to book with some other miles. So
absolutely. So I get that. And if he flies United a lot for business, maybe he comes out better earning United miles than he would crediting it to another program. So, I mean, there are a lot of other reasons why that might make more sense, or United Elite status, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there are some reasons why it might make sense. And if it does, go for the Quest, which I think I'm surprised that we both said that, because I think both of us would pick the Sapphire Preferred over the Quest. but it might make sense for Dan. So there you go. It's variable. This game can be played in so many different ways. You know,
we're okay with you getting the Quest card, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not.
You'll be happy with it.
I think so. I think so. Exactly. And then at the end of the day, that's what matters, right, Dan? We want you to be happy.